keep an air tag in the car, baby. I stay with an air tag, okay? Don't worry. Taylor gonna find her way back to the car, okay? I'm gonna find my way back to where I need to get to. So just a little word of advice from a person who's not even super navigational savvy, okay? The brain be thinking up here. This brain, it be working. I don't know what they was doing in Freida McFadden's book. Hi, hello, and welcome to the Cozy Little Book Club. I'm your host, Taylor, and you probably just saw Boo's ear. Anyway, thanks so much for joining. It has been quite a few weeks since you've last seen me. There has just been a lot of changes happening here at the Cozy Little Book Club. And anyway, I know that I am super late for showcasing women authors for Women's History Month, but don't worry, I have at least 2 books for y'all. In addition to this one for Women's History Month. So don't worry, I got y'all covered. I'm a lady. I'm here for the ladies. It's just lifing, okay? And I'm sure that it can be said for a lot of people. So anyway, I'm really excited to tell y'all about this story. And because, again, I've been reading such heavy stuff, I really want to start with an Old Faithful. So I am going to be talking to y'all about the book One by One by my girl, Freida McFadden, okay? Old, reliable, Freida McFadden. Actually, don't know if she's old. I hope that she doesn't take offense to that, but I meant like old, reliable. I have no idea what her age is. I don't really care. That girl can write good suspense thrillers.
Oh my God, y'all. I just found out that Freida McFadden is not only a best-selling author, but she's also a practicing physician who specializes in brain injuries. Like, Frieda is really that girl. Like, you can't tell me nothing. Like, happy freaking Women's History Month, okay? Purr.
So I'm really excited to tell y'all about that, okay? Nothing crazy with the government, nothing downtrodden. But yeah, it's just some good trifling drama. And I know y'all probably like, damn, this girl always got a Band-Aid on. If you must know, I sometimes bartend and I get lots of little cuts and scrapes because I be working fast, okay? The people do not be complaining, but my fingers do, okay? So sometimes it's just the collateral damage, okay? So be cool on me with and they're very cute Band-Aids. It's a little scraggly. Like one is a ice cream that has cat hair on it, and one is sprinkles. So be cool on me. And my sprinkle in my ice cream one actually does match the dress. So we're injury and color coordinated, okay? Don't worry about it. So for this book, there are your typical trigger warnings for any suspense/thriller book. And that is murder and deceit. So let's get into it. So the story starts from the perspective of Claire, who is married to a man named Noah, who she is no longer in love with, but is staying in the marriage for the sake of the children. More on that later. Anyway, Claire and Noah are heading to a 5-day getaway in the mountains with 4 of their friends. Claire is hoping that this is a good time to relax and maybe, just maybe even reconnect with her husband and, mend their strained marriage. As they're about to leave, their daughter begs them to stay. She says that if they go, that they and all of their friends will be eaten by monsters and they'll never see her again. And this kind of throws Claire off, but, she just kind of writes her daughter off as maybe having a bad dream and that they'll see them in about 5 days when they get back. So she leaves the kids with her sister and off they go. They're in for a 6-hour drive up the mountains, and it's already kind of starting off with some tension between Noah and Claire. They're kind of bickering about petty stuff. Like, did you go to the bathroom before we left? You should have went to the bathroom. She's like, no, I didn't have to go to the bathroom, but now she got to go to the bathroom. And it's just really petty. And so everybody in the car just they're listening to them bicker, and it's just really awkward. So anyway, they stop at a gas station, fill up. She's like, oh, we should just go fill up, but really she just needed it as a way to go pee. And it's just the pride is crazy. Just go. You should just pee before you left. But either way, It's really annoying. It's very childish. This is a very childish marriage at this point. But I can say that there is one thing for sure that Claire is looking forward to. It's soon revealed that Claire is having an affair with, that rhymes. Anyway, Claire is having an affair with Noah's best friend, Jack, who is also on the trip with his wife. This is just messy as hell. And on top of that, Claire's best friend, Lindsay, who was a part of the other couple who's also on the trip, saw Claire and Jack have a little kiss session at the gas station. This is the most messiest car ride I've ever heard of, I swear. It's messy as hell. So with that backstory, as they're trekking up this mountain, going up 6 hours into the seclusion of the mountains, tensions begin to rise, and soon, of course, the van breaks down. The van breaks down. And not only does it break down, it doesn't break down on the road. It breaks down when they're in the middle of the woods. Because again, this little cabin, this inn that they're going to is secluded, away from everybody, for peaceful relaxation. So of course, it's just like a perfect setup for any thriller, okay? So they are now alone in the woods with this broke down van. And they decide, you know what? Instead of sitting here, the inn is only supposed to be like about a mile away. So let's just hike it. And they're like, I don't know. But, you know, if people start splitting up, things get a little scarier. So they like, all right, we ball. Let's go. But as the sun begins to set, things are looking a little bleak for the group. And one by one, full circle moment, people start dropping dead like flies, okay?
But wait, there's more.
Things just keep taking a downhill turn for the worse. So now the survivors of the group are not only feeling scared, but they're also feeling suspicious because things just aren't adding up. People are missing, people have died, and we don't know what the hell's going on. So they feeling like, is the threat in the woods with us, or is it in the group with us? Who knows? Who knows? The story intensifies as secrets are unveiled, trust begins to erode, and the true nature of each individual comes to light. So the themes of this story are deception and infidelity, survival instincts, and psychological trauma. You know, my girl Frieda loves to throw a little psych eval up in there. She really do though. Everybody be crazy as hell her book. So I don't know what, but I love it. Hey, okay, I love it. Okay, so one thing about Frieda, she gonna have a wife that's tired of her husband in her stories, okay? All of her main characters are women who are sick and tired of their husbands. And that makes me feel like, how common are people sick of their spouses? That is concerning. Y'all really do not be like the people y'all be married to or even dating. It don't make sense to me, but I'm going to just leave that at that, okay? Let's get back to the book. I read a couple of books by her, but I reviewed the other one, which was A Teacher. Y'all should go check that out. I'll link it above. But if y'all didn't, yeah, in that book, the first 2 pages, she was like, yeah, I wish my husband was dead. And honestly, for good reason, for that book. But yeah, Freida McFadden is a feminist. She hates men. No, I'm just playing. But you know, for a long time, people thought that's what feminists were, like just women who hated men, and a bunch of lesbians. They're like lesbian women who hate men. Child, straight women hate men too. So everybody's sick of men. But anyway, I digress. In this story, the drama escalated quickly, okay? And that is one thing I really appreciate about my girl Frieda, okay? She gonna give you suspense, and she gonna turn that bitch up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need that 0 to 100 intensity of, like, drama, okay? Reel me in, and keep me there. Keep choking. Got a little too ahead of myself. Keep me in a chokehold. Consensually. And yeah, give me the suspense. Give me the drama. Okay, I need it. So let's talk about the main character, Claire. I didn't like her. That's all y'all really need to know. She very much got on my nerves. She was ungrateful. She was trifling. She was whiny and annoying. Just sickening. Okay? Just sickening. And not only was she all of that, she was trifling as hell. Because not only are you finna cheat on your husband, who, even if he get on your goddamn nerves, it still don't make it right. It still don't make it right. You gonna cheat on him with his best friend from college? That's dirty. Nasty work. But nah, she really trifling. I ain't like that. That was not cool. Yeah, so I was not a fan of her. But to be honest, and to be fair, I ain't really particularly like anybody in this book. Everybody was pretty annoying, okay? Everybody was goddamn annoying. I just call it what it is. Now, I've never been married, but I pray that when I do, I am never in a let's stay in it for the kids type of marriage. Because let's be real, kids know when you don't like each other. Kids know when their parents hate each other. Eventually, they're gonna get it eventually. Maybe not at first, but the vibe is always there. The tension is always there. People feel tension. We're all living off of vibes and energy, and kids feel it just like we do. And honestly, again, I think because kids are like so pure at first, they probably have like the most connection to source and they're like the most tapped into frequencies. So they be knowing. So it's like, y'all trying to keep this facade that y'all are in a loving marriage. Like, bro, he slept outside. Your kid's gonna notice that. Why wasn't daddy in the room with mom? Like, come on, bro. So now you're just gonna suffer and cheat on your husband? Like, that's just, I can't speak because I'm not in that experience, but from my perspective, I'm just like, I ain't trying to suffer. Not for myself, not for the kids. And that might be a controversial take, okay? I can recognize that, but I don't know. Them kids' frontal lobe may not be fully developed, but everybody can feel the vibes, okay? They feel the vibes. Just separate, bro. just separate. Stop cheating on your husband. Stop cheating on your wife. Don't be trifling. Because then you're not only being trifling, you're being manipulative. And your kids are going to know that too. It's like, damn, my mama was trifling. Cheating on her husband with his best friend, Uncle Jack. That's up. Like, we got to work on the way that people justify things, because Claire was making a lot of excuses, and I ain't really like that. It's like, girl, if you're gonna be a cheater, just be a cheater. Like, you don't got to try to justify it to me, because then it makes you feel like, are you trying to justify it to me or you? It sounds like for you got to like work that out. Don't try to tell me, girl, because you know that's bogus. I know it's easier said than done, but do you really just want to be out here suffering and being manipulative? No, do it for yourself and the kids. For the sanity of yourself and the sanity of the kids. Kids know the vibes. And speaking of that, listen to the children. Oh my God. Claire's daughter tried to warn them like, hey, I don't think y'all should go to the woods. Something bad gonna happen. Now, I know that kids can have wild imaginations. I fully understand that. But let's just use context clues, because earlier in the book, Claire was like, you know, my daughter is very intuitive. She has said some things that happened before it happened. Little girl got premonitions, psychic abilities, whatever you want to call it, foreshadowing. So you ain't gonna take that as a sign to like, let's maybe not go. And she did kind of toy with the idea, but she was like, God damn it, I gotta get away from work. Which also is a problem in society, because we're willing to put ourselves in danger to get away from work. That's crazy. That is actually insane if you think about it. She's like, damn, my daughter did warn me, but you know what? I got 5 days off from goddamn kids. I need a break. So, it's just that bad that we're willing to walk into the woods and wilderness to free ourselves for relaxation. Crazy. I am personally sick of capitalism. So yeah, her daughter told them nothing on them goddamn woods. And what did they do? Go in some goddamn woods. And you know what happened? People was dying. Yeah, people was dying in the woods. Yeah. So I'm just saying, listen to the kids. They might have a little insight that you might not recognize immediately. So let's talk about how most of these people shouldn't have been in the damn woods to begin with, okay? So when they decide that they're going to take this trek into the woods, leaving the safety of their car, granted in the middle of the woods, but the safety of their car, a vehicle that at least weighs a ton of metal, okay? Let's talk about that for safety. Jack, cheating, trifling Jack, said, hey, don't worry, y'all, I was a Boy Scout. Now let's do some math. I'm thinking that people in this book were in their mid to late 30s, if not early 40s for some of them. So in reality, who gives a damn? Are you an active Boy Scout right now, Jack? I don't think you are. So everything was just, nobody was thinking. Nobody was using the brain. Nobody was using it. Everyone is counting on him though, because he's this great, legendary Boy Scout, okay? But as they're counting on him, he is taking them in circles. He's taking them in circles. And now people are dying. Claire, she's like, well, you know, my rugged wilderness man, Jack, he gonna save us. But my little shrimp husband, no, ain't gonna do shit. I just gotta stand by him. Which is crazy. Claire isn't even prepared to go on this hike. Everybody knows that when the night falls, it gets colder. If you didn't know that, now you know. Like, know that. Do some people gotta do research before they do shit. Like, I just need you to do some research. Okay, so she didn't even have the right clothing to take this trek because obviously they didn't assume it was only supposed to be a mile away. They didn't think that it was gonna take this long. But it's just like, just think ahead. Like, you never know. Y'all are in circles at this point. So yeah, Claire didn't have a jacket to sustain herself in the woods. Lindsay, her best friend, she out here eating wild ass berries, which honestly reminds me of that episode of Daria when her and her family went hiking. Again, people who shouldn't have been outside, don't have no survival instincts. People who shouldn't have been out there eating wild berries, and her whole family was like turned up, poisoned, acting manic and crazy by them damn berries. Shout out to Daria. She be thinking. She's like, I ain't finna eat these damn berries. And so Lindsay out here just picking berries, just eating shit. like I'm hungry. Like, girl, you can't wait. Jack's hard-ass wife, who is a lawyer, Jack's hard-ass wife, Michelle, she out here walking with a big-ass bag with a laptop in her hand through the woods. Talking about, I gotta get work done. Like, girl, some shit just gotta wait. And so Lindsay's date, Warren, he got a map that isn't working, and Noah don't know how to navigate shit. So everybody is just kind of, and so they all relying on big, trifling, burly Jack, and he ain't helping them at all. He just taking their ass in circles. So it's giving white people shit, because why are y'all out here? Like, personally, I wouldn't have left the car. I would not have left the car. Y'all can come back and get me. I'm in a safe car from whatever the hell is in these goddamn woods. I don't know what's in these woods. I know I'm not prepared to be in these woods. I was prepared to be in the inn, because we not going to the inn right now and we stuck in the woods. I'm going to stay my black ass in the car. That just makes sense to me. I don't know. That just makes sense to me. Because the map is clearly not working. As soon as we went in the first circle, I'll be like, all right, look, we need to go back to the car, okay? If I was afraid of being by myself, I wouldn't have been afraid by myself. I would have just locked the doors and hid. I don't know. That's just me. So now it's just a big group of dumbasses just lumbering through the woods where there's scary noises and big, scary claw marks on trees. This is top tier white people shit. Like, I just wouldn't have done that. Like, I just have been like, oh, let me know when I get to the end. Like, I can get them to drive me over here. Y'all know where and first of all, my own hint, because I know I'm not a wilderness person. When I went on my cross-country road trip with Boo from Alabama to Utah, I know my ass is not super navigational savvy. I keep an air tag in the car, baby. I stay with an air tag, okay? Don't worry. Taylor gonna find her way back to the car, okay? I'm gonna find my way back to where I need to get to. So just a little word of advice from a person who's not even super navigational savvy, okay? The brain be thinking up here. This brain, it be working. I don't know what they was doing in Freida McFadden's book. And there's just like some other like ominous things happening that I can't really tell you throughout the book because that would give a large part of it away. But just know that, you know, my girl Freida McFadden gonna throw in some unexpected twists and turns and great reveals that should be expected but are not. So what they be saying? Shout out to her. So this was another fun and quick read from Freida McFadden. And yeah, it was just something I needed to like lift me out of that heavy, I don't want to say dark place, but just heavy place, okay? And so for that, I'm going to give this book a smooth 4 out of 5 just for the comfort alone. Like, shout out to Freida McFadden. I love you, girl. You always know what to write. And yeah, it's like whatever the version of the women's version. So if it's like the He-Man Woman Haters Club, it's like the She-Woman Man Haters Club. Like that's Freida. Her books are going to give you man hate and irritation by man. Okay. She's going to give it to you. So happy Women's History Month. So anyway, that wraps up another episode of the Cozy Little Book Club. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you made it to the end, please leave a little stack of book emoji and let me know what your thoughts were on this book or any of the other Freida McFadden books. Don't give it all away. Just tell me like, yeah, that girl, she knows she can write a suspense thriller, okay? Like, yeah, give my girl her 10s. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you know each time that we drop a new book review. And when I say we, I mean me mostly because I do all the heavy lifting. Boo just leaves a lot of cat hair everywhere. But yeah, hit that subscribe button and tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell everybody who wants to know about books. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope y'all have a lovely day. And remember, when you open a book, you open your mind. Until next time, peace. Join, yes. Good boy. Oh, this is the baby. Who's here? Hello. Meow, meow. Sometimes I talk to him as a cat in very soft tones. I think he likes it. He wants to sit in my lap. Ooh, so lots of cat hair everywhere. Okay. Can you sit? Okay. There's cat hair flying everywhere. Yeah.